Hello YouTube, Woofing USA. This is Bill from Iona Homestead doing a early winter, midwinter update on the goings on here. As you can see behind me, I purchased a tractor with a full 3-point hitch setup and drawbar, PTO. Interesting vehicle. We also picked up, if anybody knows what this is, I'd be surprised. Leave it in the comments below if you know what it is. It's made by International Harvester, and it's made to have different kinds of farm implements put on top of it. So you have one set of wheels and a frame, and you move different things on and off of it. So it's called a running gear. We've had a lot of success in these gardens along the fence here. This year I'm hoping to get a lot of different things that I have started in my greenhouse and in the basement planted out here. And you know, it'll be a one-off. Maybe it'll be one pepper plant, one tomato plant. We had success with our I want to say rosemary, which is looking pretty good going into the winter. Hopefully she'll be back in the spring. There's trimming to be done on my grapevines, lots of it, lots of trimming. It opens up the center as I start to trim, and we have lilies and what else do they have? I can't think of them. Not hyacinths. Something else. I'll think of it in a minute. We have more lilies and bulbs that come up each year here. This is kind of like the obstacled path to the back of the chicken coop. Hello, chicken. I don't know what this chicken's doing a dance for, but I'm thinking she's probably wanting to lay an egg. Or maybe just laid one. But this obstacle course here is meant to keep them from coming here. They don't perceive a reason to come here, I don't suppose, although that might have just given that one a good reason. Our roses are dormant at the moment. I have laid out on the ground here my next garden. In this case right here, it's 5 feet wide. And this 5-foot wide section runs 26 feet, I think it is, to this point. And then we have our Olivia's Oblivion garden, which has got strawberries, asparagus, and garlic. The garlic looked good going into the fall. The asparagus gave us a little spritz of life at the end of the season. So we're hopeful that it'll all come back. We've cut the roses away from the front of the cage here. They'll come back. Got the covering on the wall for a little wind protection. We have our winter greenhouse, or I should call it our winter alternate chicken coop. If I need a place to put a chicken, is somewhat set up in that it's dry. Seems very dry in here. It's not airtight. There's a tarp down with the straw laying on top of it, and a nesting box that I'm able to use, I guess, if I need to move some chickens for any problems. But otherwise, this will be turned back into a greenhouse. That nesting box will come out. This probably will too. And the watering bucket might become a drip system for watering some trays. Come back for this later. We have some bags of leaves that we saved so that if we do get some snow, we can put it out on top of the run. Hello, ladies. I think these ladies have been in other previous videos that I've posted. We do have some new ones. These two buffs right here. And the little girl with the pretty colors in her back there. This girl right here. This one. The one right below me here, I think, is Luna. This is an older chick, older hen. But they have a nice run back here, which I'm sure I've shown in the past. I don't know if I showed it from last winter, but the girls dig and play in all of this loose leaf and sawdust and wood chips and whatever else they get thrown back here for them to dig and play in. We keep these tomato cages out as just aerial protection for them so that they can feel safe underneath that tree, underneath that bush rather, the lilac bush or lilac tree. And this time of year, we get eggs. We've just started, now it's the middle of January 2019. We just started getting eggs from the newest hens that we have. And I'm thinking that we're getting them from both batches. Oh, hello there. I guess we gotta wait a little longer on that one. Ah. So not bad if we've got two. So two in the bank, one in the oven. Not a bad score. We have different areas that we've developed in different ways. These two posts here represent a second vegetable garden row that if I go through with it to those 2 points over here all the way down to the two shorter posts over here is a 50-foot run, and a 50-foot run that I can do at 4 foot wide. I can do it narrower, but I don't know if I haven't decided. I'd like to sort of imitate what I would do if I was starting up a homestead garden with you know, let's say a quarter of an acre at my disposal. And I would probably use or consider using a 50-foot bed, if not a 100-foot, or potentially 25. So the 26-foot bed worked out well, and I think this one will be 50. We also have in the back here the other part of that tractor that we bought, which is a finish cutter, which is not intended for use here. It's just going to become a bit of a lawn ornament and some place for chickens to hide under come this summer, I bet. The entrance to the garden back here is kind of coming along. At different times I'll have the girls out at different places in the garden doing their foraging. And you can see here, they're in the back now. They gave up on any freebies from me already. And the more motivated ones start up digging and scratching quicker than the others. So right now, it looks like to me, let's see, Nubbins. Nubbins is the one that's in the box. Now that I have two of these and I know they're not Nubbins, these two are very distinctly egg-shaped. There's another one that we've been getting that's been less than egg-shaped. It's more round. So I'm thinking that maybe we're getting one of the buff laying eggs and one of the black Asians, where they're very similar. I mean, the colors on these two are almost identical. We'll see. We'll figure this out. This is sort of the bones from the winter. Things that just got left to decay. Some sunflower stalks, some lily stalks. We have a blueberry bush in here that I need to figure out what it needs to thrive, because it's alive but it's not thriving. And this has been traditionally our squash patch area, just this whole area, because they'll take up a lot of space. And then we have 3 raised beds with a nice quality, well fertilized, well taking care of soil for 3 raised bed gardens that are protected. I have it protected all around so that the chickens stay out. And then at different times when I want them to finish off things, I open up the floodgates and we let them in. Oops, I think I hit a button for autofocus, which I apologize. Hope it doesn't affect that too much. The chickens do like to use the Little Tikes playhouse here. It gives them shelter from the wind this time of year. A wind chill of only 2 or 3 degrees or 2 or 3 miles per hour of wind is worth getting out of, unless you got a reason to be out. So for instance, these girls over here are taking advantage of the time to do a dust bath. They're comfortable, they get food, they're not starving, so they're just doing their thing. And I think the one girl's out now, so let's go take a look if there's a third egg, and then we'll wrap this up. So some of the things we're looking for this summer are these gardens here, an herb garden across here, 2 expanded gardens over here, or at least one, the one with the string around it to get started. That one I know I'm having. That I'm going to do. That's the question about the second one. And let's see, was there another egg? Or am I wrong about the girl hen still being in there? Oh no, she's still in there. So I guess that's Fluffy, not the other one. Okay, folks. I hope to hear from you. Bill from Iona Homestead, get in touch with us, and maybe we can get something set up for sometime at the end of March, beginning of April. Bye-bye.